So today's lead code problem of the day is find the maximum length of valid subsequence 1. Okay, so you are given an integer array nums. A subsequence sub of nums with length x is called valid if it satisfies subsequence 0 plus sub 1 modulo 2 equals to sub 1 plus sub 2 modulo 2. So basically what it is saying that a subsequence will be valid if consecutive elements in the subsequence has the same value always if we take modulo with 2. Okay, so return the length of the longest valid subsequence of nums. So okay, let's try out the test cases. So we have this array having elements 1 2 3 4. Its answer is 4. We can see that the elements are all the elements are arranged in alternate. uh, okay, so alternate of like events and odds. Okay. Let's first analyze this statement, what exactly the condition it wants. Okay, so let's take this example. 1 2 1 1 2 1 2. Okay, so if I take all the elements in a subsequence. Okay, so what it means to be satisfied as valid, it means that the modulo, if I take these two elements and take the sum, then it will be having modulo equals to 1, like 3 modulo 2 will be equals to 1. Okay, now I take modulo of these two elements sum. So again the modulo will be 1. Okay, it is satisfied. Now I take this subsequence, then I have modulo will be equals to 0 because 2 modulo 2 will be equals to 0. Okay, so now it breaks. Earlier it was following a pattern of modulo result as 1, but now in case of I'm taking this these two elements, then it is not giving the modulo equals to 1. So I can't take all these elements in my subsequence. Okay, so let's try out other subsequences. So let's take this one. I remove this one because earlier it was breaking the conditions. So removing that one, 2 1 2. Okay, let's analyze this one. So you will find that every two elements, so every window has the sum modulo 2 equals to 1, which will be consistent throughout the subsequence. So it is a valid subsequence and its size is 6. So uh, its answer is also 6. Okay. So what the pattern we found here? Let's analyze the pattern first. Every since the elements, all the window of size 2 has a sum modulo 2. So if we taking the modulo with just 2, right, it's fixed down. So we can find some pattern. There must be some pattern. So let's analyze the pattern. So first think our result that if I take a modulo with 2, then what are the possibilities? If I take modulo with 2 of a even number, okay, let's x is a even number, then taking modulo will give us 0, right? Let's x is an even number, right? Then what will be the result? Then it would be 1, always be 1, right? Okay, so we can see these two numbers, that is 0 and 1. So either the window of size 2 in the subsequence is either having modulo equals to 0 or 1. So it always be like the if we want to have the consistent value throughout the subsequence, then I must have 0 0 0 0 like pattern, or 1 1 1 1 1 pattern, right? I can't take both 0 and 1 together, right? Otherwise it will be inconsistent and make the subsequence invalid. Means I had to somehow manage that always be the sum of two, every two numbers, consecutive two numbers, have the modulo either equals to 0 or 1 only. I can't take both of them together. So it gives us an important observation that the number is the sum of two numbers is even. It can be of it can be from two ways, that either the two numbers are odd, right, or both two numbers are even, right. Okay, and for having some odd, then it has just one possibility, that the two numbers are having opposite nature, like one must be odd and second will be even. Then it would be follow that, okay, either the sum modulo will be equals to 0 or 1, right. Okay, so it means I have to include those elements only which have the same um, parity. There's a term parity which decides either a number is even or odd. So let's okay. So I have to ensure that the elements which I am including in the subsequent, they must have the same parity. The first possibility will be the same parity. So it can be the even like one. Okay. Second possibility would be odd, 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 right? And third possibility will be having the sum modulo equals to 1. And for that, it should be even, odd, even, right? Or basically starts with odd, then even, right? Odd. Okay. So I have three possibility through which I can ensure that always be the window sum will be having the same modulo throughout the array, basically subsequence. Okay. So I would simply count from these observations. Simply what I will do, uh, I take the count of the even numbers. Let's initialize with 0 and odd count. Also, I will be requiring the alternative counts also. So let's initialize one more variable, that is odd. That would be significant. Phi is the alternate. Okay. So simply run a loop from, let's first take the size. That would be nums dot size, and okay, run the loop. Okay. If nums I is odd, then increase the odd counter, otherwise even counter. Okay, okay, as simple as that. Now, how I can find the subsequence with every element have the alternate nature. Look at this example, 1 and then 2. Okay, right here, 1 then 2, it's alternate, right? Now again come 1, it's fine. Now it is having 1 again, it breaking the condition of alternate, right? It now has the same parity as the previous. Okay, so ignore this. Assume that this case again have one more one. Okay, so let's first write this one again. Okay, let's write on this case. Okay, so we have one, it's fine, two, fine, one, fine. Now it's again one, same parity as of the previous one, right? So I would ignore. Again, I reaches to this index, that is this next one. Okay, now I would say, now I will again see the previous element I have included in the subsequence, and it has the same parity. So again I will exclude this element. Now the next element will be 2, so I will include, and then again I'm having 1, this will be fine. Okay, now it's 2, fine. Now again 2, it has again same parity as the previous I included. So I will basically exclude that. So I will be having 6 length of alternate subsequence. Okay, so it gives us the approach that I should track the previous element I have included in the subsequence. Fine. Let's start with the first element. Okay, so I included the first element. Okay, so start looping with first index. So I would check that if previous element, so there is one more trick here to check either the two consecutive elements has the same parity or the opposite parity. So for that, I would take XOR the previous element. Okay, like 3 and 4. So 3 would be having the binary 1 1 and 4 would have 1 0 0, right? Yeah. If I take XOR of these two numbers, then it would be like 1, right? Obviously, it would be an odd number, right? And if I take, so this would be 4 and this would be 2. If I take the XOR of these two numbers, then it would be even. Means the two numbers having opposite parity, taking XOR of these two numbers would be odd. Okay, so important observation here again. So I would check for odd. If the XOR is odd, then they have the opposite parity. So I will increase the counter of alternate. And it would be if even, then it would have the same parity, which we don't need to take care. Okay, so now I have all the three counters. So as the question suggested, to return that the length of the longest valid. So what would be the longest? So it would be longest among the even, all the even numbers only in the subsequence, or all the odd number in the subsequence, or all the alternate sequence in the subsequence. So I would return the maximum of all these three. So odd, even, and alternate. Right. Again, I forget to update the previous element. So yeah. So previous element now would be nums I. So I updated the previous element. Okay. It should be updated, right? Yeah. So almost the logic is done. Let's run this. It's giving wrong. Yeah, it's wrong because I haven't initialized alternate variable with one because I had included the first element initially. That's why I running the loop from index one. So I must initialize with one. Now it should be okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's submitted. So okay, I hope this approach and intuition behind this problem is clear now.